Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Sharp. Avdia is out there with Klingon. Then it's Holiday, and it's Kamare in at the 3. And for Golden State, in the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Moody is out there with Butler, and it's Green in at the 5 spot. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
Now here is Holiday. Outside, Avdia. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. Lets it go from 11. Here's Butler. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now here is Holiday. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Inside. Klingon shot is on. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game. Guys?
Thank you, David. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Hey guys, well this year marked the loss of Blazers great, Hall of Famer, and truly a one-of-one, Bill Walton. One of the greatest big men this league has ever seen, known for his incredible passing skills. And off the court, he was just as dedicated to assisting others and making the world a better place. Guys, there is no question Bill Walton will be missed.
His legacy carries on. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. Just 3 to shoot. Klingon shot is on. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The kick outside to Butler. Back to Curry. Jacks up a 3. Right wing. Outside Butler. And he banks in the layup. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
Holiday looking over the floor. Pass to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Now here's Curry. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. To the middle, here's Butler outside for Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Sharp on the wing. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And a long wind-up and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Deni Avdija. Now Curry. Pass to Moody. Over in the corner, Green, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. How does it look now for Portland? Robert Williams, he's checked in for Klingon. Grant comes in for Avdija. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Drew Holiday. Portland leading. Pass to Sharp. He takes it. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Here's Santos. There's the pick. Jackson Davis with it. He's covered by Grant. Goes back up. And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now here's Henderson. And Sharp has it in the corner. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Heal the pass to Santos. Butler against Williams. And it's Butler missing.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Henderson passes to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement. Portland leading by 3. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals.
The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
On the floor for Portland. Holiday out there with Scoot Henderson. Then there's Klingon. Then it's Avdia. And it's Murray in at the 3, the small forward. He hits the second from the line. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Owens. David.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Warriors trail by 4. Curry with a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is why you got to be right up on Curry, because he's a dangerous threat off the dribble.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Henderson, no good. And for the Warriors, their shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. They set the pick. Here's Curry with the 3. The Trailblazers pull it in. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Henderson with it, and Curry picks him up defensively.
Another type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The Hustle stats for the Blazers.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnover.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Klingon. Grant comes in for Avdia. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Jrue Holiday. Portland no good that time either. Warriors trail by 3. And Curry has it in the corner. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Back to Henderson. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Curry. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Ball going up court. And it's Murray with the jam.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open.
And coach, this guy, Matisse Thybulle, he really changes what you can do on offense with this defense.
Yeah, look, Matisse Thybulle's as good a defender as there is in the league. He hasn't had that profile because we haven't seen him on TV as much, but he's disruptive. He causes turnovers. He blocks shots. This guy's as good as there is in the league.
So long and disruptive, a great word to use. Curry's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 5. There's a screen by Williams to the inside. And finished off by Williams.
Slashing with purpose there. After setting that screen, Williams knows where to position himself in these sets.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's ready to talk things through with the team. is it for the Warriors. Butler, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Moody's subbed in for Curry. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 7. Pass to Podziemski. To end the cold streak, Moody can't connect from short range. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Holiday attacking. Abdia can't hit. Golden State's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Into the lane, and it's Butler with the jam.
How about the ferocity from Butler? Just exploding to the rim to take that one home as soon as the lane opened up.
Now here is Holiday. Down low. Here's Klingon. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Klingon's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. And for the Warriors, they're shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Butler against Abdia. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Trailblazers leading by 7. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck. Of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Here's Klingon. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Podziemski, guarded by Holiday. Stolen by Holiday. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Podziemski with it. He has yet to score. Here's Kamare. And Sharp has it in the corner. Oh, good with the triple. Now Pajemski. And that will be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Coming out of the floor for your Warriors, number 15,
Here's Butler. They get a hand on it.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, Draymond, at times in that first half, they got it going in transition. Why were they able to beat you defensively?
I don't think it was so much defensively, but it was offensively. You know, we turned the ball over, and you can't defend that. You know, when they get out running, their guards are going to get loose. So we just got to stop turning the ball over offensively, and that'll help our defense a ton.
Yeah, your coach calls them plays of insanity, Draymond, so we'll see if you can adjust that in the second half. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring on the shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I've always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Pajemski. Butler out there with Moses Moody. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Pajemski, and he goes in for the dunk.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Outside Holiday. Over in the corner, Avdia. Back to Holiday. Drives to the hoop. And Avdia, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Warriors trail by 13. Holiday brings the double team. Pass to Green. Now Curry, guarded by Holiday. Curry, good.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
And for Portland, their shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. And here's Holiday. Fires the 3. And Moody pulls it down.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going. And those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Curry's shot is off.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Avdia, a screen on Green. Curry against Sharp. Outside Holiday. Avdia with a screen for Holiday. Shot clock at 3. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Avdia can't hit. Warriors trail by 11. Oh, that's blocked. Right side Curry. Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Lets the 3 fly. Curry buries the 3 shot.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
This is man down
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Now here's Curry, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Taken away by Holiday. Pass to Sharp. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Jimmy Butler.
What a finish by Sharp while taking the contact. Boy, it takes skill to win these and one opportunity.
Fields checked in for the Warriors. Grant, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Henderson comes in for Drew Holiday. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Now it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
A shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Portland no good that time either. Warriors trail by 9. Curry kicks to Butler. Back to Curry. Takes the three. Henderson pulls it in. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Pass to Kamare, and stolen by Butler. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Outside Curry. Now here's Butler. Back to Curry. Butler is screen on Grant. Curry outside. They get the rebound. Majemski on the wing. Curry with it. Now defended by Grant. Beyond the arc. Curry can't get it to go.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And Sharp has it in the corner. Pass to Grant. Back to Sharp. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Curry. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It's deflected. Klingon with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break.
Few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor. This guy is electric.
Warriors trail by 11. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Butler. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Murray. Knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Hield outside. And he's good on the three ball. Hield's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Henderson inside the three-point line. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Trailblazers lead by 10. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play. Develop and set up the score.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Henderson out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then it's Williams. And it's Murray in at the four. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Grant sets a screen for Murray. Right side, Williams. Grant outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Henderson. And then Henderson with the dunk.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Warriors trail by 12. Here's Curry with the three. The rebound by Grant.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Now here's Henderson. Grant the pass to Williams. Back to Grant. Clock at 6. And that one drops. Grant's got his first 2 points.
And mid-range isn't exactly Grant's go-to spot, but he takes a focused shot there and gets it to go.
Curry can't get it to go.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
Thybulle on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Murray a screen on Curry. Thybulle on the wing. Henderson outside. And then Henderson with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness. Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Grant outside.
Hey, right there.
Pass to Williams. Henderson outside. On the wing, Murray. Jackson Davis defending. Here's Williams. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Curry's shot is good.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And clearly an important junction. He's going to have some choice words with his team. check in for Williams. Avdia comes in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Drew Holiday in for Matisse Thybulle. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now here's Henderson. And Curry pulls it down. Podziemski with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Stolen by Avdia. Holiday against Butler. Pass to Klingon. And it's good for 2. And the Trailblazers lead by 15. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Now here's Henderson. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Murray dishes to Henderson. Outside for Murray. Clock at 4. Back to Henderson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Golden State basketball.
Curry against Henderson. Curry is inside.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
At the line for 2, Stephen Curry.
That's good from Stephen Curry. And both free throws good for Curry.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's the 3. Good. Curry so dangerous in transition.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Pass to Henderson. Fires from deep. Sinks the triple. Henderson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Now, part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
And it's Donovan Klingon with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Kamar is checked in, and Shaedon Sharpe subbed in for Henderson. Here's Curry with the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Portland leading by 13. Avdia finds Sharpe. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Shoots the 3. And the Warriors miss again. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Holiday against Curry. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Avdia. Takes a 3. Draymond Green pulls it in. The Warriors shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Trailblazers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Deni Avdia.
And how about his defense in this one? He was just wreaking havoc and racking up the steals. Really tremendous effort on that end.
Now Holiday after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. And there's the foul. It'll go on Moses Moody. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Substitution on the court.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
I'm just not sure they have the time to pull this one off.
No doubt the clock is their biggest enemy right now. It just about take a magic trick for them to find the points they need.
Field with the bucket. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth.
Golden State foul. Buddy Hield. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line to the line.
It's the first. That'll push the lead to double digits.
2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.